because Chazal say in Shabbat that anybody that's going to answer Amen Yeshem Rabba with all their strength, so therefore they're going to be Koring Gzar Dino, right? What does that mean, Koring Gzar Dino exactly? There's going to be a machloket, right? We know that if a person has even 70 years, right? So all of a sudden now they're going to be, their decree will be annulled. So I actually heard two sides of the same equation, meaning either it's going to be that if a person had bad decrees for 70 years, they will tear up those bad decrees, which means that a person right now, let's say he's starting at the age of 10. So therefore, let's say for the next 70 years, it could be that he was going to suffer whatever point in time. Now he comes and he answers Amen Yeshem Rabba with all his strength. So therefore, anybody that answers Amen Yeshem Rabba with all his strength, so what it was all his kavanah, so therefore what happens is they're going to destroy those bad decrees that will happen. Other people say it's backwards, which means that even if a person came and they did terrible things for the past 70 years, when a person comes and they do, right, they answer Amen Yeshem Rabba bechol kocho, so therefore what happens is that now all of a sudden it changes everything. What do you mean it changes everything? Everything what you did in the past, it's also going to destroy. And that's why the world is dependent upon the Amen Yeshem Rabba and Kiddusha di Sidra. Usually it's Amen Yeshem Rabba, which is after the Limud Torah, and that's why it's so important that after learning Torah, they have a Kaddish, right, which usually is Al Yisrael, because that's when the main concept of having our dependency upon the rabbis. Because once a person says Man Malchi Rabbanan, if a person is going to say Ma'ahane le Rabbanan, what do the rabbis help us? So he's considered a pikoros. So therefore what happens is by saying Kaddish Al Yisrael, that is the main Kaddish which is going to elevate the soul of a person that's going to be in after 120, that's going to elevate their neshama higher and higher in Gan Eden. But what are we supposed to do? We have to answer bechol kocho. What exactly is chol kocho? So we know koach is 28. There's actually there a machloket Rashi in Tosafot. Does it mean with all your strength, a kavanah, or with screaming? Therefore, you will find in the kotel somebody that comes and he actually does scream, but it's a machloket Rashi Tosafot. However, though, there's another machloket between the Gaon Mivilna and the Arizal HaKadosh. What exactly does it mean kol kocho? Koach is 28. According to the Arizal HaKadosh, we answer Amen Yeshem Rabba 28 words. And therefore, we're going to start from Amen Yeshem Rabba until Damiram Be'alma. According to the Gaon Mivilna, that's 28 letters. This koach is 28. Anybody that answers Amen Yeshem Rabba bechol kocho, what is koach? With all the koach, so therefore they're going to have their gzar din torn up of 70 years. So therefore, according to the Gaon Mivilna, there's going to be 28 letters from Amen Yeshem Rabba until it's going to be Yitbarach. There's a machloket. We know that according to Shitat Maran, you have to say Yitbarach. According to the Ashkenazim, many times just until Almaya. Because until Almaya, you already have the 28 letters. You don't need to say Yitbarach. But according to Maran, you always have to say Yitbarach. What is the nafkamina? A person's in the middle of Elokai Netzor. We know if a person's in the middle of Elokai Netzor, in the middle of the end part of the Amidah, he's supposed to answer like Kriyat Shema. During Kriyat Shema, what are you supposed to answer? Imagine right now I'm in the middle of Kriyat Shema, not in the middle of Shema Yisrael and Baruch Shem. But during Shema Yisrael, Shema Echad, and Baruch Shem, and in between them, I'm not allowed to answer to anything. But let's say I'm in the middle. So imagine, Ve'avta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha b'chol nafshecha v'chomodecha. Amen Yeshem Rabba mevarach le'alam amen ya Yitbarach. I have to answer Yitbarach until the word Yitbarach. That is going to be during Kriyat Shema. The same halacha applies to Elokai Netzor. Elokai Netzor, at the end of the Amidah, after the first Yulei Ratzon, has the same halachot as the berachot of Kriyat Shema. And therefore, just like by the berachot of Kriyat Shema, you're going to answer until Yitbarach, because according to Maran, you never differentiate, you never stop, right? You don't make a pasek between Almaya and Yitbarach. You always have to finish with Yitbarach. That's the way that we do it. But Ashkenazim, many times they will finish by Almaya. That's the way that they're doing it. Again, according to the Arizal HaKadosh and the Gaon Mivilna, we usually do until Damiram Be'alma, which is 28 words. But again, according to the Ashkenazim, they're going to stop by Almaya, or some of them, Nusach Sfarad, if I remember correctly, will do like Maran, which is going to be until Yitbarach.